money, I have to pay for it.
We live in a cashless society. If Paula doesn't have a credit card, I am actually concerned about letting her roam free in the US. Like, I just felt like, hey, if Paula wants any sort of independence in her new country, she really needs a credit card. But at the same time, like, I am absolutely terrified about what she's gonna do with it.
The issue started when Paula realized Thomas threw away her rock, something that clearly had value and meaning to her. Even if someone else does not understand why an item is important, the main problem is making a decision about another person's belongings without talking to them first. For Paula, it was not just about the object itself. It was about feeling like Thomas did not respect something that belonged to her. When you move into someone else's space, there are already challenges because you are trying to blend two different lifestyles together. The person moving in wants to feel welcomed, and the person already living there has to learn how to share their space. That is where Thomas and Paula started having problems. Thomas may not have understood why the rock mattered so much, but Paula wanted him to understand that it mattered to her. Sometimes in relationships, people make the mistake of judging something based only on whether they personally find it important. But love means respecting things your partner values, even when you do not fully understand them. A small item can have memories, meaning, or emotional connection attached to it. That is why communication should have happened first. Instead of throwing something away, a conversation could have solved everything. Thomas could have asked why it was important. Paula could have explained what it meant, and they could have found a solution together. The bigger conversation is whether Thomas was truly prepared for Paula to come into his life and his home. When someone is making a major move for a relationship, preparation matters. It is not just about saying you want someone there. You have to create space for them, emotionally and physically. A person should not arrive and feel like they are just being added into someone else's already completed life. They should feel like there is room for them. That means making adjustments. Relationships require compromise from both sides. Paula also has to understand that moving into someone else's environment means there will be changes. Everything cannot immediately become exactly the way she wants. Both people have to meet in the middle. But Thomas also needs to understand that compromise does not mean one person controls everything. If Paula's things are important to her, she deserves to have a say before anything happens to them. The situation also showed a difference in personalities. Paula seems like someone who has specific things she values and wants her environment to reflect that. Thomas seems like someone who sees things differently and may not place the same importance on those items. Neither person is automatically wrong for having different perspectives. The problem comes when they do not communicate. On 90 Day Fiance, this happens often because couples are not only learning about love, they are learning about daily life together. Sometimes the biggest challenges are not the huge arguments. Sometimes it is the little everyday things. Where do things go? How do you share space? Who makes decisions? What boundaries need to exist? Those small situations reveal a lot about compatibility. Because marriage is not only about romantic moments, it is about living together and respecting each other every day. Thomas throwing away Paula's rock created a bigger discussion because it made Paula question whether her feelings were being considered. And that is something that can become a serious issue if it continues. Nobody wants to feel like their partner dismisses what matters to them. At the same time, Paula also has to communicate why something matters instead of only reacting after the problem happens. Both sides need patience, because adjusting to another person is not easy. You are combining two different lives, two different habits, and two different ways of thinking. That takes time. The real question is whether Thomas and Paula can learn from situations like this. Will Thomas start considering Paula before making decisions? Will Paula learn how to explain what she needs clearly? Or will these small disagreements continue becoming bigger arguments? Because usually the argument is not really about the item. It is about what the action represents. The rock represented respect. It represented communication. It represented whether Paula felt like she belonged in Thomas's life. Moving forward, they need to understand that being together means making decisions together. At the end of the day, this situation was not just about a rock. It was about learning how to become partners. And if Thomas and Paula want their relationship to work, they need to stop focusing only on who is right and start focusing on understanding each other. Because love is not only about bringing someone into your life. it is about making space for them once they arrive.